Welcome to Thailand.
Thank you.
On behalf of Travel Thailand Accessible Travel Planner Project and also Phuket GTS, we would like to say warm welcome here to Thailand, and please give us some details that what makes us that we can improve ourselves here.
The first impression was just amazing. Just wow, we are in Phuket. We are really here. So it was really great that we can do it. That was the first impression and first really feeling when we arrived.
We had a fear when we traveled by Royal Caribbean by cruise ship, and we were told from Royal Caribbean that we wouldn't be able to get off at Phuket because it was a tender boat. So we had a fear that we might not be able to see Phuket, even though we had so much arranged with you, Suan, with Anna, and with the team. Thankfully, this morning at 8 a.m. when we went to get on the boat, it was all flat, it was accessible. We got off at the pier, which was really nice, and then yourself and the team met us at the port, and we began the journey of the great day that we've had so far.
Thank you.
It was things that we didn't think would be possible. I think the first thing that made things so much easier was the vehicle, that connecting the dots. So we weren't sure if the buses would be accessible or if there was taxis. It might be, but the van that we'd arranged with you, Suat, was really superb. For me, I tend to struggle with the height inside my head, so I'm usually leaning like this in vehicles, but it's a really nice high vehicle with a good ramp, and the driver was very slow and took things easy. The thing that I didn't think was possible was the elephant sanctuary. So again, we had looked at different sanctuaries. Eva found one that we thought might be possible, which was an hour away. But when we reached out to you, Suat, you suggested one that was closer and seemed better as well. That was just incredible to be able to spend time with elephants. That would be something we didn't think would be possible, especially on our side of the world. That's just doesn't exist. So it's such a unique experience that we will cherish for a long, long time. What I was surprised about as well was the roads are really good, in really good condition. Anna was saying, oh, they're a bit bumpy or that, but compared to where we were in India before, compared even to Ireland, the roads are in really smooth, good condition. So for traveling, it was quite comfortable, which was a surprise. I was thinking we might be, bumping everywhere, but it wasn't the case.
May I ask about the vehicle that we have been used here in Thailand? Does it comes really the standards to the one that you have at your home?
Yeah. So the tie downs, what I would say is generally there's 4 tie downs on a wheelchair. We've been using 2, so the chair has been moving a small bit. So for small improvements, we'd use the 4, one on each corner of the wheelchair. But for the most part, exceptional. Yeah.
Let's say if we have like a 2 or 3 disabled, that wouldn't fit, right?
I think 2.
I think 2. I was looking, you could probably get 2 people. Yeah, beyond that would be a struggle, I think. So that's the principle of universal design. When you design for those with the highest needs, you cater for everyone. I think I mentioned the roads are quite good here. Some of the dropped curbs are quite challenging. So I would look at that in terms of infrastructure. Don't know what's possible, but in Ireland, in the UK, across most of Europe, you have dropped curbs at every crossing, with no drains or bumps, so it's a smooth surface going across. And even in some cases, the ramps on the road are brought up to footpath level, so if you're crossing, you cross over on the ramp and there's no change of surface at all. So that's something. I think what we really struggled with was visibility, was finding you online. There was no visibility of that we could see. Searching for accessible tourism Thailand, searching for accessible transport Thailand, Phuket, all of that. So what I would urge is to improve your visibility online, even if it's a Facebook page and an Instagram page that covers that. Like, it's something that's really simple to do, and that being a driver for for business for you, I think would really help.
Thank you.
And then the other connecting dot is accommodation. So we're obviously not staying here. We're going back to the boat. Don't know what the
Yeah.
but I'd also be careful. The word accessible, people tend to think it's a ramp and a big bathroom, but it's so much broader than that. And what we encourage, not just the companies we work with, but the partners, the stakeholders, is to publish that information on the accessibility of a hotel, of your transport, of whatever it might be, even if it's not great. Because if you think about my grandmother who's passed away, she had 2 fake hip transplants, and she could walk a couple of steps, but not that far. So if the hotel had 3 steps up to the front of it, she could manage that okay. But if it had 20 steps up, she wouldn't be able to manage that. So you think about 2 wheelchair users with a hotel, something that is, our co-founder in the company is a wheelchair user, Noelle, and when she travels, what she looks for is the height of the bed in the bedroom so that she can transfer herself from the wheelchair onto the bed. Whereas for me, it's a gap underneath the bed so that you can fit a hoist in or out under the bed. So 2 wheelchair users, but 2 totally different needs. So that's why the information is so powerful for an end user to see that information, to look at it and go, that suits me, or maybe it doesn't, and that's okay. That cuts out all those uncomfortable conversations and situations that someone turns up expecting one thing and getting something else. And I definitely think there's a market for it. I mentioned to you 15% of every population on average has accessibility needs. That's 1.3 billion people in the world. It's a big opportunity to make a lot of people happy.
And also, I would say the wheelchair is not stopping. It shouldn't be stopping people from doing things.
As long as your mind and your heart is still one.
That's it.
We would like to say thank you very much for your valuable feedbacks. That was really lots of deep details that you have been given us. This just part. We would like to say thank you. Have a great rest of the trip here in Phuket, and also further for the journey. And hope to see you here in the nearest future again with us.
100% for me.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thanks so much.
you.
Thank you.